Stellar Blade in many ways feels like a peak PS3 era game, and I mean that in the best way possible. I first saw this game announced as Project Eve a few years ago and I was immediately interested. And I gotta tell ya, a new IP from a fairly unknown studio instantly grabbing my interest is a very rare occurrence. The story, while not exactly a masterpiece, is still a pretty decent dystopian sci-fi tale. Earth has become inhabitable for most human life due to another species becoming dominant on the planet. In this case, the Natiba, a bunch of mutant alien things of unknown origin. You play through the game as Eve, a member of the 7th Airborne Squad. Joining the cast is Adam, a scavenger and surviving human on Earth, and Lily, an engineer from another airborne squad. You traverse the desolate landscapes and city ruins on Earth, tracking down Alpha Natiba with the goal of eventually reaching the Elder Natiba. There are several other NPCs with their own quest lines, and I highly suggest doing said quests, as it will drastically improve the experience you have with the game and will feel extremely short if you don't. Much of the game's lore can be learned through memory sticks and documents found throughout the world, and will help you understand the end of the game a bit better. But no more of that, lest we get into spoiler territory. The gameplay is the real meat of Stellar Blade. If this game does one thing best, it's the combat. This is among some of the best hack-and-slash action I've ever experienced in a video game. And I have played a lot of hack-and-slash games. In the beginning of the game, the combat feels fairly simplistic and somewhat difficult. However, as you progress and level up the skill tree, the combat options and combos get more and more engaging. And about halfway through the game, you unlock burst skills and the ability to activate what is essentially Devil Trigger from the Devil May Cry series. The game will actively punish you for random button mashing and encourages learning combos, using skills, and parrying. And if you're incapable of getting good, luckily for you, there's an easy mode. The progression through the levels feels a little reminiscent of Souls-like games, in that you have rest areas that act as checkpoints where you can purchase items and new skills, as well as fully healing Eve and respawning previously slain Natiba. There are plenty of fun collectibles that you can get from exploring and doing side quests. This could be something like a simple fetch quest, puzzles in the overworld, or a combat trial. The rewards range from upgrades for your gear to new outfits for Eve. And let me tell ya, the devs went nuts with these. This game feels genuinely complete with how much there is to do, but not to a point where it's overbearing. Just the right amount of content. Oh look, it even has fishing! Remember kids, if your game doesn't have a fishing minigame, it sucks. I don't make the rules, that's just how it is. Despite the game mostly taking place in desolate post-apocalyptic environments like wastelands and city ruins, the game is still very pretty to look at. The animations for Eve and the enemies that she fights against are extremely detailed. You can tell that the animators put a lot of care into this game. And yes, I am gonna touch on the controversy that this whole game has gotten. You know, the whole haha sexy eye candy that is Eve. Yes, Eve is a good-looking, physically attractive character. Why the hell is that a bad thing? Oh wait, it's not. It's a strong female lead in a video game, something that people keep claiming they want more of. That's a role model, there you go. It's not an unrealistic body image, seeing as how she was literally modeled off of a Korean model. And when I see a good-looking character in a video game like, I don't know, Kratos or Doom Guy, I don't think, oh, that's an unrealistic body expectation. I think, oh my god, I gotta go beast mode at the gym so I can look like that. It's really not that hard, guys. Lay off the McDonald's, eat a high-protein diet, lift heavy circles. I believe in you. Now, moving on. I always laugh at how seeing a double jump in real life would kind of be goofy as Surprisingly, this game actually makes a realistic double jump in the form of actual gymnastics, where Eve propels her body forward by using her momentum instead of, just bouncing in the middle of the air. Nice touch. The body physics in this game are really something else, though. There's the hair, which seems to have a completely separate mesh from the rest of the model, and then, of course, there's the
boobs! Boobs.
Yeah, they kind of went a little crazy on the jiggle physics here, and you could totally tell that the devs were horny on main. In regards to the UI, it's very clean and easy to navigate, along with great accessibility options, and dear all other devs, please don't make complicated UIs. My brain is too stupid. Keep it simple, like this. Thanks. Another thing Stellar Blade has going for it is the phenomenal soundtrack, which mixes the vibes of Nier Automata with the intensity of Doom during several boss fights. The environmental soundtracks are also fantastic, with great instrumentals and vocals that complement them nicely. The one thing that really bugged me about Stellar Blade, however, was the extremely lackluster voiceovers in English for many of the important characters. While the voice of Eve was fine, the voices of many other characters felt very unprofessional, with some feeling like they were trying too hard and others feeling like they just weren't trying at all. I'm not so sure if this is on the fault of the voice actors themselves or if it was just really bad voice direction in general. Overall, Stellar Blade is a terrific game full of fantastic combat, world exploration, and a great OST, but is ultimately brought down by subpar voice work and a somewhat mid story. Still, it is a must-play for any fans of action games, and I highly recommend it. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I'm going to be bringing you more gaming content. And yeah, that's basically it. Stellar Blade.